Go Bridgeside.
Yo, I'm sitting here with John, Kyler, and Shannon from the Muckrakers. Yo, that was an amazing show. So,
Thanks.
tell me where y'all from.
From Long Island. Well,
we're all from very different places, though. Yeah. You know what I mean, it's like you were all from Long Island, but you know.
All right, Plainview, Hicksville, Holbrook. You know,
originally from Amityville.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. So, how did y'all actually come together? Your sound and the Muckrakers. How did y'all develop and create this beautiful element?
It's a really weird one. I feel like everyone gets to have their own creativity in this band, and I think that's really what pulls it together the way that it does. Because we all like give each other the freedom to like whatever we like. We're not like, this is us, gotta play it.
Yeah, we're like not some band that's just like you can only play thrash metal or something. You know what I mean? Like he'll write his songs, I'll write my songs. John, we'll have fun doing whatever
just
within
bring
the
it all
boundaries
together, and you know.
So y'all take the elements and just make it your own.
Yeah, and
make it
like,
one of one.
Yeah, we got better at playing. You know, I started playing guitar around the time the band started, so I was really bad, and then we've gotten better over the years. So
yeah, I mean, when we first started this band, it was kind of just me and Kyler, and like I was teaching Kyler how to play guitar literally as I'm like playing my bass. So I hear Kyler. Anytime I hit a note, I would hear Kyler behind me like half a beat. I'm just like, this is like interesting. But we eventually got there, and now we're this. So it's like very cohesive.
And after finally getting an eighth drummer, that's the final drummer, more importantly.
Made it.
Yeah. You get to play with more skilled people, and then by association, you get better. You know what I mean?
Most def.
Well, you would hope so, but that's what happened. Yeah.
So I heard that you guys do a festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me about that.
So the festival is called Munoz Stock. It's literally my last name. I'm Shannon Munoz. It actually started in my backyard in Plainview, Long Island, and it kind of just like went out from there. Like back in the day, the first time we did Munoz Stock, we had no idea how to book a show, so I was like, let's just have a show at my house. Like 20 people showed up. And then, like, by the last time that we ever did the festival at my house, there was 250 people that showed up at my house.
Couldn't find parking.
Yeah, so there's no parking.
It got way too big for the house, and now we've expanded into, bringing it out into different venues and trying to make it more of an established thing, a serious festival.
So where's it going to be at this year?
It's at Station Sports in Huntington, pretty close to the Paramount. And ever since like we had a house, like it's expanded from just being like a little potluck with like 3 bands to like 10 bands. We built our own stage setup.
Nice.
We have live painters and video games and mini golf and batting cages and paintball and food and item vendors.
Oh, so it's big, big.
It's
like
become
big.
a real big endeavor where we used to not spend any money to now spending a lot of money.
Y'all have a budget now. That's what's up.
Yeah, we kind of have a budget.
We've had to raise a budget.
Yeah.
No, I hear that. So the latest project that y'all have out, you know what I mean? Y'all recently dropped. What's up with it?
Album's off.
Well, yeah, that one came out January 20th last year. And ever since then, and like the band's just picking up a lot of pace. Like, you know, we were playing some shows here and there locally, but ever since that happened, shortly after we got a tour van, and then we've just basically been touring mostly nonstop. You know, we went out to as far as Wisconsin in last June, and since October we've been like going on the road every weekend. And this summer we're gonna go out as far as Texas.
Oh,
and so we're just we're just
take the music everywhere, yeah.
Yeah,
literally.
The show history has expanded by probably threefold, probably as shows total a year.
Yeah,
so.
we're on par to reach like 80, 90 shows this year.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Last year was a high score at 31.
High score 32.
31.
So there was a song that y'all played. It was the 200th time that y'all played it.
Yeah.
I think it was like the second to last record that y'all had.
Yeah.
Amazing. Where can people find your music at?
You could find it anywhere, mostly, that has music.
So, you know, Spotify, iTunes.
YouTube, our Bandcamp, all the other things you probably think it's on, it's probably there.
Cool, cool, cool. So we're going to take some questions from the stream.
Do we have questions?
Do we?
Some questions from the interwebs.
Oh, God.
Okay. Got some questions for you guys.
God?
Noah Searles wants to know when you think the new EP will drop.
Well, the hard answer is I don't know. The easy answer is
like spring, fall 2020. No, spring, summer 2020.
Yeah, we have to record it. So we got to get ready. We're probably going to hit the studios at the end of this year or early next year.
Fall.
And we gotta, put some hype around it.
No doubt.
And then it will be out when it's time and ready.
I
Yeah.
like the way that sounds.
But if you come to the show, you might hear some of the songs that are going to be on the EP. So
You
I mean,
will.
Y'all play some new
Incentive.
records tonight, right?
Yeah, we-
like 4 new songs.
yeah, we've been playing basically the majority of what's going to be on that all the time. But we have a new song that haven't been heard yet. That'll be on
Cool.
that. So,
Cool.
We have a couple more questions.
ooh,
Oh boy.
Nice.
Jazz Simeon wants to know when you're going to come to Australia because the kangaroos and koalas love the Muckrakers.
yeah.
If Jazz pays for it, we'll be there as soon as possible.
Well, whenever I guess it makes sense to go across the country. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're trying to basically get as much as we can within our country. That's why we've been just basically going in a 10-hour radius every weekend. We haven't, people have asked us all the time, like, go to Colorado, go to California, but like, we got to make our way there,
Nice.
You don't want to route your entire first tour going out to California and then, you're not known in those places yet.
Nah, see, working in the 10 hour, working in within your proximity, you know what I mean?
Right.
Get the
Yeah.
bang noise from there.
Spreading wider and wider.
Yeah.
The point is to not lose money. And so far,
Never lost a dime.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, doing pretty good.
Jazz might be paying for you to go to Australia. Not sure yet. What keeps you all motivated also?
Was that a question?
What keeps you guys motivated?
Oh.
Okay.
For me, it's just getting better. There's always room for improvement, and yeah, I mean, I just want to make better music, play drums more better, do real good.
Well, I guess my motivator is I just kind of want to be as successful as possible, and put a lot of effort into booking a lot of shows all the time, and I feel the progress. And every time we get some good responses, it just feels worth it, I guess.
I feel like my motivation is probably just writing music that, like 15-year-old me would want to listen to. So like recently when I write songs, that's kind of what I'm going for. It's not gonna sound like garbage, but like I'm trying to appeal to my younger self in my head, if that makes sense. So keeps me motivated. Kind of cool. Anyways, that's my question. My answer.
All right.
Okay, final question.
Final
Dead wants
question.
to know what some of your biggest influences are.
Fear is Dead is one of our biggest influences, man. Oh, man.
Why you kicking the lights?
I'm sorry. I kicked the light.
Anyway, I mean,
it varies. I mean, then honestly, Fear is Dead in the Brooklyn metal scene. Like, I love those guys. They influenced me to do what we do in the nowadays, and in the present time. But in terms of I mean, I'm getting there. In terms of like back in the day, I mean, like Wu-Tang Clan inspired me, like Tribe Called Quest did.
Nice.
I mean, you got like Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath, mainly Linkin Park. Linkin Park was a huge influence on me, in all honesty.
In high school, it was a major influence on me just as well.
Exactly, like Linkin
Yeah.
Park.
Linkin Park for all of
System
us,
of a
for
Down.
sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
System of a Down. Like, it's good times. Kylie, go ahead.
well, I got a lot of influences on my arm, so I'll give you a rundown. We got Linkin Park, we got No Effects, we got some Black Flag. Nowadays, we got some Ween, a lot of AJJ. My friends in the Schwam from New Jersey, Rudimentary Penine, which is like a death rock band. And nowadays, I'm really getting more into like hearing Pendulum and Mike Shinoda's project, and I don't know. I'm just kind of getting into weird stuff, Lordy, whatever, So those are some things. in
No,
Johnstown.
explore the sounds as much as you can.
Yeah, for me, it was just like all the major drummers when I was growing up, watching them do their thing. Buddy Rich, Tony Royster Jr., all these crazy dudes just going wild, doing ridiculous things.
Nice.
And that's just what I want to be.
Yo. John. Kyler. My man Shannon. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Muckrakers. Yo, next week we got Honor Among Thieves. This is Hondo from Bridgeside Live. Stay tuned. Check us out next week.
Go Bridgeside.